Drag is how well a car goes through air. Less drag can mean a higher top speed, faster acceleration, and better fuel economy. About a third of the air goes underneath, a third goes through ventilation, and a third goes around the body. This can be manipulated for different types of tracks, as explained in downforce.
Downforce is air pressure pushing the car into the track. Since the air is faster under the car than is around the body of the car, the air pressure under the car is lower than above the car. High pressure goes towards low pressure, creating downforce. Straight line and corner handling is improved with more downforce. The bad news is that downforce creates more drag, therefore lowering top speeds. Depending on how influential straightaways or the amount of turns in a track are, manipulating how much air goes above or below the car matters. It's trial and error to find the ideal combination of downforce depending on the track and weather conditions. For example, wet conditions or more turns would require a greater downforce.
Yes, it is a good downforce track.
Opposite of downforce is lift. Too much air that goes underneath the car will cause the air pressure on the top to not be effective enough to keep the car on the ground.
These tires create lift. You know when you drive hydroplaning your tires, right? Air is no different than water, it's just not as dense. And so these create lift. There's probably about 50 pounds of tire at 120 miles an hour. The whole car just wants to lift up off the ground.
The Toyota lights ablaze. Make sure the slower cars see them. Here we go. Oh my God! Oh my God! The Mercedes has taken off. That's Peter Dumbreck at the wheel of the number 5 Mercedes. The car flew right up into the air, over the barriers, over the wire, and into the trees. Let's look at this again. This is an awful accident. An awful accident. He moves out of the slipstream of the Toyota, and the car just takes off. That looks horrifically like a replay of what happened to Mark Webber, who I hasten to add, that's a big impact.
The splitter is the boundary for air to either go above or below the car. The lower the splitter is to the ground, the more downforce it creates. But sometimes if the splitter is too low, they might crack by hitting the ground or other cars. Front splitters increase drag, but not by a huge margin. The wing on the back is put at an angle to keep the downforce down. A wing is the rear end equivalent of the front splitter. Its main job is to create downforce. These wings are adjustable. This downforce increases rear stability and grip. Road cars won't feel a great effect with wings unless at high speeds.
The fins and canards push the air to the side. The side of the car also has slopes that push air outwards.
A diffuser is a shaped section under the car. When the air goes under the car, it speeds up, creating low pressure. A diffuser spreads out the air in distance, which slows down the air and returns it to regular atmosphere pressure to reduce the lift under the car.
This floor is very critical because it creates air underneath and it hits that diffuser right here. It starts ramping up right here. And right as soon as it ramps up, it creates low pressure right here. It speeds the air up right at the lip here. And low pressure creates basically downforce, just like a wing. So this is critical to the cars because this is less drag than a wing. So you get not free downforce, but you get a lot more efficient downforce with this diffuser.
You guys have an auto shop class at your school? All right, I want to ask a question. What are you guys going to do when you've got a car of your own? Some of you got cars of your own? Well, who's going to work on it? Who's going to teach your generation how to work on your cars? That's the problem with the schools today. Tesla, all electric cars. But there's still maintenance has to be done. Changing batteries, brakes, wheel bearings, all the little things that wear out. Who knows? By the time you guys are my age, you're gonna have flying cars. And
Are you racing again today?
we don't go out again until Sunday. We're the last race on Sunday, 4:30, I think it is. Everybody wants to wait around for these guys, because this is where the shit hits the fan.
Here comes that boy!